Who should I help? Who should I spend my strength, energy, money on? Who should I give the apples that aren't cheap right now? To everyone, one by one, or to no one? This is a conversation about yes and no, about strong and weak, about choosing friends and enemies, wives and husbands. Yes, it's about that again, about happiness and misery. You are strong. Your smile is tireless. The light of your eyes is inexhaustible. Words are not difficult for you. Nothing is hard for you. You're obscenely healthy, and you don't understand why others are sick. You smoke, of course, and drink questionable liquids at parties, and you listen to yourself with amusement. Maybe you'll get a headache. You're ready to think that nothing will ever hurt. You also think you'll never die, even though you pretend to be mortal like everyone else. With an excess of vitality, you pound your fist into the wall, and you're itching to break through any wall that comes your way. Also, you're lucky for your height, your face, and the long, smooth fingers of your palm certify your breed. You're also lucky to have a mom who sews almost brand-name stuff, and your mom is lucky to have a machine that sews. And importantly, you have a fearless mind. You don't get dreary. You're very curious about the world and yourself. You don't have bad dreams. You don't believe in omens and horoscopes, and you believe in a life that won't unlove you. And many people think that you are life's favorite and predict good luck. But we don't predict luck, sorry. There will be two girls. The first one is nothing special, average in everything, average height, average weight, and average intelligence, but available. Not available to everyone, available only to you. She seems to have been faithful and available to you even before you met her. That's what they say about her. She loves him very much. And they also say, she is very kind. There is nothing more to say. There is another peculiarity. This girl must have had a difficult childhood, a cow mauled, or a goose bitten, or a guy dragged into the bushes. And this very kind one loves you very much. Honestly, you forget about her during the day, but she comes in handy at night. What can you do? The strong during the day are strong at night. Then you meet the second girl, with an easy childhood, easy character, easy gait, and easy smile. With her, it is good not only at night, but also during the day. You should marry the second one, but you marry the first one who had a difficult childhood. Will you spoil the rest of her life? Thanks to her difficult childhood, this girl knows how to count how many apples are in her basket. And she counted a long time ago that she needs someone like you. Someone like you is not you. All her feminine powers, of which weakness is the main one, will be summoned to win someone like you. Who shall I give the apple to? The light, lucky one who will survive and not even cry? Or the tearful one who doesn't look like she'll survive? You'll pick the crying one. In fact, you're the one who's chosen. Girls choose their husbands without even knowing their name. To quote from life, I saw him at the dance and said to myself, he'll be my husband. It'll be bitter at the wedding, but you'll cheer up that life is big. Life is big, and you are her favorite. It will give you the strength to make happy your women, your children, your mother, who sits in the corner and thinks why she did not have time to explain to her boy who to give apples and from whom to take them. Well, and then, a few years will pass and you'll get tired. You got it right. Not decades, but a few. 3 or 4. Your wife's main concern will be to find herself uneasy. You thought you were going to make her happy. Well, get this. If she gets a good boss and a healthy child, she'll get sick herself. If she doesn't get seriously ill, there will be other tragedies. Betrayal by friends, for example. Quote from life. I've been betrayed again. Right in the eye. How did I survive it? I don't trust anyone now. Of course, your wife would have preferred another weapon to keep you out, to keep you in. To be a woman instead of an old woman. But it's hard. It's a miserable effort. As it is, you won't go away. You won't leave her. Who was cheated by a cow as a child and recently gored by a friend? Or was it the other way around? It doesn't matter, still. Tragedy. But the most accurate double-barreled weapon against your abandonment will be the children. Double-barreled because there will be 2 of them. Quote from life. Now he won't leave, now we have a daughter, he loves her so much. Another quote from the same life. He doesn't have time to cheat on me. 2 kids, and he's working 2 jobs. Maybe we should have a 3rd child. And one day, bringing your fist to break through another wall that stands in your way, you suddenly lower it. An almost forgotten path will lead you to that second girl, the one who doesn't cry. You'll say to her, "I'm lying with my wife, and I'm imagining you," and she'll cry. Some more time will pass, about a year, and your beloved will say, "I'm tired of feeling sorry for your children and your wife. I feel sorry for myself and my unborn children. Are we less worthy?" And you'll lie there and think, "How tired I am. I can't go on like this." And for the first time, you'll think that nobody felt sorry for you, except of course for Mom, who wasn't pitied by you. And you'll think for the first time that it's not fair to give your apples to people of average intelligence, average kindness, and average love. And you'll realize for the first time that you have an empty basket. Strong people, be afraid of the weak ones. They are the ones who will force you to run in the circle of life, and the circle will narrow until you collapse and ask yourself, "And who will pity me?" Many will reproach us. What if I am weak, tired, afraid, sick, unable? What do you think I should do? Our way is to become stronger. Get energy from a smile, from a carrot, from a cold shower, from 100 bends to the left and 100 to the right. Let's put it crudely. There are no weak people. There are people who benefit from being weak. If you manage to be born, grow up, you are already strong, you do not even suspect how much secret strength is in you. Ask someone you know who is weak, what does he do to become stronger? You'll hear excuses, "I did, but," or "that's just the way I am." Look at how the weak man lives. He lives his whole life where they give him an apartment. He works where they pay him a salary. He eats whatever they sell him. He gets medical treatment wherever he's treated. He lives with whoever he chooses. He watches what is shown to him. He vacations wherever he is given a voucher. Now such a weak person will ask, "How should I rest? And what should I eat?" Do not hurry to tell them that there is food that gives energy, and there is food that takes you off your feet. He has read about it many times, and then said, "It is not for me." Quote, "When I first got sick, I was so scared. I wanted to quit smoking, frying, and lying down. And then I looked around. You can live with this disease. Now I have another disease. I realized that I can live with it too. That's how I live. Yes, people are different. Some are born strong, others get sick because of their own or their parents' stupidity. But if you are sick, you must be more stubborn than a healthy person. In diet, in training, in restrictions, in opening vent windows and windows. We agree to admit only one weakness, weakness of mind. But for some reason, no one complains about this weakness. Can we help the weak? No, we can't. As long as he is helped, he has the luxury of being weak. What you can help is that you stop helping. Before our eyes, unviable people were transformed into very viable people when they were left alone with life. This transformation was given difficult, tearful. They began with threats to do something to themselves, and indeed began to do themselves. The benefits of the weak are in plain sight. Everyone pities, everyone helps. In extracting sympathy and compassion, the weak achieve artistry. Do you have such an artist in your friends? Shake your head, take a look. He lives better than you. Life quote, "You want to help her? Help yourself better." How many women have grasped their lives just by the tail, by the fingertips to retirement, because they pitied the supposedly weak? There was a drunkard husband who wasted his life. All thoughts of divorce were suppressed. "He will die without me." Husbands lived and drank in their own pleasure, and women's femininity and children's childhood perished. Then who to give apples to? Our answer is a vital one, paid for by headaches, heart failures, dislike for the voice of our own child. Give energy to the one who gives it to you. It is worth closely monitor how many times your friend complained about life, but did not change it in any way, how many times spoiled the mood in conversation, how many times dined at your expense, and maybe look for another person. We think that the one who uses your advice and shifts something in his life already gives. The person to whom you gave money gives back not with money, but with labor, with multiplication of his power. And glorious! Give apples to someone who wants to become strong. Don't spare, look for the strong. Do not delay your step and your heart near the cunning and lazy. Just a small warning, you will search for a long time and with many disappointments. We are talking about searching for a close person, a friend, girlfriend, husband, wife. If we agree that a person is always waiting for a miracle, then he is waiting for this very miracle, the miracle of a human being. Quote from life: "Don't you think there's a desert around? And only far, far away behind a mountain lives a man. And behind another mountain there is also a man." And it could happen that you, so strong and smart, miss your person, and it will be like this. You will get tired of looking, you will get tired of giving, you will get tired of being a fool, you'll get tired of giving more than you need, and you'll give less than you need. You'll learn to weigh every apple. You'll learn to give a small apple and claim you're giving a big one. You'll find it amusing that people are so easily fooled. That's where you'll meet a person. The annoying thing is that both you and they will immediately realize you've met. It's true brotherhood, true kinship. It is recognizing yourself, another self, a new self. It is the happiness of invincibility and independence. When two forces meet, they are magnified. But the person will leave you, and do you know why? As always, out of habit, out of fear. You will start weighing, assuring that apples are not green, but red. You would probably remember later, because you give everything to your person without weighing it. We beg you to remember at least later, when the miracle is over, when the person is gone. Here's a true story. Two friends lived together. They were friends for 9 years, but on the 10th, the friendship ended. The first one got married and started weighing. With what? He had long ago put his own scales aside for the sake of friendship, but his wife quietly moved another one. On this scale was written, children. Wives like to explain their interests by the interests of their children, and the weights were like this: apartment, money, people you need. It's an old story, but that's why it's told. Know how difficult, almost impossible it is to stop weighing on other people's scales. We read the newspaper or watch TV. Mass media is a rather devious word, more precisely, means of mass compulsion. And then there's family indoctrination. There are means of servant indoctrination. All of these tools involve scales. The miracle does not recognize weighing. Wait now for another miracle, and in this case, take our advice. Always give more than you take. Always. For every miracle, we also wait for a miracle. Greetings to you, our lost brother. How are you over the mountain? How much are the apples there?